You are, Rob, as well a mentor at Techstars. Any message for our listeners, entrepreneurs? We've gone through all the banking crisis or the situation now in tech startups. Any positive message that you have for other founders or for finance leaders in tech companies?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I think there are sort of short, near-term things that you can do with your bank, right? Maybe it's a regional bank or a community bank. If it's a larger bank, they'll most likely have a resource like this. But one of the things that we did is we set up a sweep at our primary financial institution, which allows us to essentially move most of our deposits in excess of the 250K off of out of that main account and spreads it out across multiple other accounts. Think of them as sort of shadow accounts at other institutions, so that all of those accounts are held in amounts that are at or below the 250K mark. And so it's a way to essentially achieve 100% insurance, FDIC insurance, without having to necessarily move all of your money out of your regional or community bank into a money center bank or what have you, right? So there's things that you can do to sort of have your cake and eat it too on that front. So I would tap into things like that. Work with your relationship manager at your bank and figure out what tools they have at their disposal to help with that. But we absolutely really feel very strongly that regional and community banks are going to continue to play a huge role in the overall economy. And I think the other thing too is that there's a lot of really impressive new entrants or relatively new entrants. Look at Mercury Bank, Brex. I think there's going to be interesting things happening there on the where they can do a lot for startup entrepreneurs. They know startups really well. They've built a very similar kind of ecosystem or similar relationships in the ecosystem that SVB and FRB and others have. So they could also be a really interesting opportunity too.
Awesome. Much appreciated, Rob, the tips and all the information you shared.